Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's Tia Moore with the NextView Home Professional Team bringing you the NextView Podcast for the week. This week we're talking about remodeling or relocating, meaning should you remodel the existing home you have or should you sell your home and upgrade into something different? So that's going to be our topic today. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know we are hosting a home buyer webinar. The webinar is going to be this Saturday, May 18th, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 10:30. So really quick, we're just going to give you guys tips and tricks on what to use so that you can, when you start purchasing a home, when you're thinking about purchasing a home, what can help you do that just as if you're a pro. So if you are interested, we are going to be posting a link in the comments. So if you're interested in signing up, just click on the link and it'll take you to the webinar page. Again, it's only 30 minutes. It's going to be on a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10:30, and you can attend right from your cell phone. So we're making it very easy for you, very simple for you guys. If for some reason you don't need to attend and it's something that's not interesting to you, or something you don't need, I should say, because it's definitely going to be interesting. But if you don't need it, make sure you share it with somebody that you know is considering a home purchase, whether it's now or whether it's 1 year from now, or even if it's 3 years from now. It'll be good for them to get a jump start and to start educating themselves on the process of home buying. So webinar, the link will be in the comments. And then if you have any questions for me directly, you're more than welcome to send me a message or contact somebody from my team by calling 480-281-3078 or by sending a text to that same number. The other thing I wanted to make sure I touched on before we start today is congratulations to Karen Malley. Karen Malley was the winner of our April quiz question. So some of you guys are currently receiving our monthly newsletter. In that newsletter, we do giveaways. We give a lot of tips and tricks on, your existing home, what to expect if you're selling a home, all real estate related, and just human related, to be honest. But we also feature a monthly quiz question, and we give away a coffee card. So if you don't like coffee, you can go get tea, whatever. Some people like Starbucks, some people like local coffee shops. I like Black Rock coffee. So anyway, Karen, congratulations on winning that gift card. The question that we put out there was, how many sides does a circle have? And the correct answer was 2. So if you did not receive our newsletter that went out earlier this month, make sure that you put it in the comments that you would like to receive a copy, and I'll make sure you get on that list. But the quiz question for this month for our main newsletter is what is a mother horse called? So we've gotten a ton of entries for this particular question. I think it's a record breaker for this one. I think we're up to 45 entries. And so anyway, what we do is with all of the correct answers, we put them into a hat and we draw a name, and that's who our winner is. So if you know the answer to it, feel free to let me know. So anywho, we'll get started. We're talking about remodeling. Should you remodel or should you move? Should you move and upgrade to a better home that fits what you're looking for today? Because what your needs were, 4 or 5 years ago when you purchased the home, even if you only purchased your home a year ago, your needs may be different today. So let's start on the remodel. What should you consider when you're thinking about remodeling the home? If you love your house, you love the location of your house, you love your neighborhood, and you love the schools, maybe you love your neighbors and you don't think you'll find any neighbors like that, perhaps that's a good option for you to remodel. If the size makes sense, if the location makes sense, if the school district makes sense, perhaps a remodel is a good option for you because of those reasons. So, maybe you're just looking for a better kitchen. Maybe you're looking for an open floor plan. Maybe you just want more energy efficient saving items in your home so that you can decrease your utility expenses. But those could easily be attended to if you choose to remodel. But again, if you love your location, love your neighborhood, love your schools, maybe a remodel is for you. Another option could be you have a very unique floor plan. If your floor plan is so unique and you feel like you wouldn't find anything similar, even bigger, perhaps you're a good candidate for a remodel. Perhaps you have seen other new homes. Maybe you've gone into a new build, or you've gone into a friend or family member's home and they purchased something new and has all the nice and shiny objects. Maybe you can just turn your existing home into your dream home. If you like a certain type of floor, if you like a certain type of kitchen, you can bring in somebody to help you achieve that goal and eliminate the need to move. So one thing that you could do is take out the equity in your home to put toward those upgrades. And if you guys have any questions, I'll make sure I answer them here. Hey Fabi, hey Sam. Okay, so one thing I will say though, maybe you love your home, maybe you love your neighborhood and you want to do upgrades, but let's say you have the largest home in the neighborhood, let's say you have the nicest home in the neighborhood, it might not be a good idea for you to remodel. For example, if the average size of a house in the neighborhood is 1,800 square feet, for example, and let's say your home is 3,000 square feet, well, any money that you're putting into it, it may not necessarily increase your home value because your house is over improved for that particular neighborhood, for that particular area. And so the home values in that area may not catch up to what your home is called for, because most people don't want to purchase the biggest home in the neighborhood for the most amount of money. You don't want to be known for that. What you want to be known for is having the best home in the neighborhood and purchasing it at the cheapest amount possible, or at least market value at worst case scenario. You guys have any questions about those items that I listed as far as remodeling? Let me know. If you need a recommendation for a contractor, be sure to reach out to us and let us know as well. But again, if you love your neighborhood, you love your school, maybe you love that you don't currently live in an HOA, maybe it's all cosmetic things that are important to you, and perhaps you can just achieve those things by simply remodeling your house and not necessarily moving into a new one. So let's talk about upgrading into a new home. And it doesn't have to be brand new. It doesn't have to be new construction, but it could be. And those, you may want to lean toward just moving if you fit this criteria. So let's say, for example, you don't love your location. Let's say you live in a location that doesn't have close proximity to the highway. Maybe it doesn't have close proximity to any of the hobbies or events that you guys attend on a regular basis. That can become draining. Maybe you purchase a house far out and it doesn't have, like going back to the highway access, if you don't have good highway access and you're spending an hour and a half in the car driving and commuting to work, that can become taxing. So maybe that's one of your top reasons on why you would want to just move into a new property. Let's say you live in a school district, let's say you have a home that does not have a great school district and you want to improve that situation. Maybe when you first purchased your home, you did not have school-age children, and now a few years have gone by and you do have school-age children, and you decided you want to move into a neighborhood that has a better school district. That could definitely be your sign that it's time to move. Even if you don't have children that are school-age yet, but you see that as coming up on the horizon, I would recommend that you purchase a new property versus spending the money on remodeling, because ultimately, if you're going to move again in 2 years anyway, then you might as well just do it now. Let's say you just don't like your neighborhood. Some people have different and various complaints regarding their neighborhood. Some people don't like living in a homeowners association. Some people love living in a homeowners association. Some people don't like their neighbors. Some people prefer to live in a neighborhood that has more amenities. Perhaps you'd prefer to have a community pool versus having your own pool so that you can eliminate the maintenance, or maybe, you have a little bit of fear when it comes to pool safety, things like that, which is very understandable. So if for some reason you don't like your neighborhood, you just want a neighborhood where you actually speak to your neighbors, it has amenities, it has a community pool, maybe it has a clubhouse, then you probably be a candidate to purchase a new house versus remodeling. Okay. Another thing to consider, so if, for example, if that is you, if you do need a better location, if you do need a better school district, or if you don't like your neighborhood, something you need to consider when you're making that decision is, okay, the price that I sell my home for, will it cover the cost that I need to be able to purchase my new house? So for example, if you've owned your home for 6 months and you haven't really built up much equity in your home, maybe it's going to cost you a lot more money to move than it would be to wait just a little bit. Perhaps a remodel could fix that if you purchase low. Maybe you purchased a fixer-upper. The odds of that happening are pretty slim, but it could be an option. The best thing to do is to talk to our team. Just give us a phone call and we can give you an analysis to let you know exactly where your property stands on the current market, so that you'd know if you'd be competitive and if it would allow for enough money for you to be able to move. The biggest thing too, and I'd say the number one reason would be safety. If you, for some reason, don't feel safe in your neighborhood, that would be a number one reason for you to relocate. Because a lot of times, if that is a concern, a lot of times that's not going to change overnight. And if you're not sleeping and if it's affecting your health and your quality of life, then that's definitely a hands down number one reason to move. You got to take into account the cost of the move. And I don't necessarily mean just monetarily, but I'm also referring to, I want to make sure I get any questions you guys have. Not just monetary costs, but also, do you have the time and energy to prepare for a move and to go through a move and to get everything settled once you move? Those are things you want to consider. Timing is very important. You don't want to move during 2 weeks before you go on a vacation or 2 weeks before the holidays. I mean, you could, but if it's going to create an immense amount of stress on you and your family, then maybe that's something that you want to take into consideration when you're thinking about, okay, I want to upgrade into this new home. A lot of reasons why people choose to just go ahead and move into a new home, and I mentioned it before when we discussed remodel, is energy efficiency. Maybe you want upgraded windows, something that has a little bit of a noise barrier so that you're not hearing everything outside. Perhaps you want smart home features so that you can access and control a lot of the different features in your home directly from your phone or your tablet or your laptop. Perhaps you want a larger yard, or maybe you want a more custom community, or just different features in general. Some people have a dream to live in a cul-de-sac. Maybe that's something that's, highly important to you because you dreamed about it and now you want to make it come true. Then that's the reason for you to move into a new house. Some people who currently do not live in an HOA would probably, if they don't like living in an HOA, they may want to relocate. Some people who don't live in an HOA want to live in an HOA because they see that their neighbor has painted their house lime green and pink. Not saying there's anything wrong with those colors, but if that's you and you have an issue with that and you wish there were some more rules and regulations in terms of your neighborhood to protect your property values, then moving into a homeowners association may be a good deal for you. So again, remodeling or relocating, it's something everybody hassles with. They're saying, well, could I be happy here? Do I just want new countertops? Do I just want new cabinets? Those are the ways that, you have to figure out, are the cosmetics of your house going to cause you to purchase a new home? And if they are, then you want to look and see if it makes more sense to remodel. If you choose to remodel, just make sure that you do your research, you get a great contractor for your house, and make sure that your family can live through construction. It's not a simple process, especially if you're going through your kitchen. You're probably going to be living off of fast food or restaurants during the remodel process. And you're also going to want to make sure that Or if you're not living in restaurants, you're going to be living out of like an ice cooler or something like that, or maybe your garage refrigerator and cold foods, because you're not going to be able to utilize your kitchen. So just make sure that you understand everything that comes along with the remodel and making sure it's something that your family can live through, so that you're not stressed to the point of it affecting other things in your other areas in your life. So if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to give us a phone call. Again, whether you're thinking about remodeling or whether you're thinking about relocating, we definitely want to help you come to that, help you come to the solution that's best for your family. I recently had a client call me because she wanted to do some remodeling to her house. And, I said, it's great. And if you want to do them for yourself, do them. But this is probably going to be the max that your neighborhood would yield, whether you do those upgrades or not. So in her particular case, it would be better for her to, not put in a significant investment into the house, because she wouldn't likely see a return on that investment. So for her, it would be probably better to move out, purchase a different home. And I think in her case, she's deciding to lease the property and purchase a new home. So to create a revenue stream from that particular property and then purchasing a new one. So again, that's just another option. So if it's something that you'd like to discuss, again, give my team a call at 480-281-3078, and we're happy to discuss that with you. Anyway, that is really quick and easy, you guys. That is our podcast for the week. We just wanted to go over remodel or relocate because it's the number one question that's coming into us from now. There's a lot of different options and different avenues that you can explore when it comes to this homeownership world that we live in. So again, if you have any questions, be sure to let us know. I just want to give a special thanks to our sponsors that help us bring the podcast to you guys every single week. Thank you to the NextView Home Professionals Team. Thank you, Fabi, Sam. We do work pretty hard to make sure that we're bringing you guys content that is valuable and useful to you, and also making sure that we introduce you to some of the best professionals in the business so that we can make sure that we're referring, you have a good experience with the people that we recommend and the people that we feature on the podcast. Thank you to the Oliver Whalen team at Nova Home Loans. We recommend the Oliver Whalen team because they have such a great customer service process, and they make sure that each and every client has a great experience in working with them. And so that's our number one priority when we're recommending a partner to a client, is we want to make sure that our client is going to be in the best of hands and they're going to have a great experience. So if you guys are thinking about purchasing a home, or you're thinking about maybe even refinancing, or you want information on doing a home equity loan so that you can take out some of the equity in your home to accomplish your remodel, be sure to contact the Oliver Whalen team. They can be reached at the number on the screen, 480-821-2577, and they'll be there to answer any questions that you may have. And thanks so much to Jeremy Eaton at Security Title. Jeremy and his team, they do such a great job making sure that our clients are taken care of through the closing process and the sale process. Most people, don't know how much the title companies do for them. But the biggest thing is they make sure that when they purchase the home, they're purchasing it free of liens. So thank you, Jeremy and Elva over at Security Title, for helping us out every single day with our clients. And thank you so much to Yvonne Hunter with Platinum Home Warranty. If you guys are thinking about purchasing a home warranty can definitely help you offset the cost of home ownership. For example, your air conditioning costs, just your normal maintenance costs that usually come at the wrong times. They can definitely help you offset those expenses. But one of the nice things about Platinum is that they also have more like a concierge service. So if you needed a repair in your house, or you were thinking about remodeling or anything like that, you could actually reach out to them and they would refer you to someone. So thank you very much, Yvonne, Justin, Brian, and Jeremy, and Sam and Fabi. All right, you guys, that is NextView Podcast for this week. Next week, we're going to go back to an interview format. We're going to have Crystal Gowdy from Paparazzi Jewelry come on, and she's going to talk to us about some jewelry and how she started her business with paparazzi and how it's helping her grow as an entrepreneur. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to my team at 480-281-3078, whether it's regarding the remodel and relocate process, whether it's regarding selling your home, or whether you simply want to ask us questions about our business in general. See you next week. Thanks.